It's gone from bad to worse for Bugatti and other manufacturers, because today the EU's right to repair law has officially taken effect. For years, Bugatti made it incredibly difficult for owners to repair their own cars. That era is now being challenged by law. Not next year, not in the distant future, but today. As of July 31, 2026, the European Union's right to repair rules are fully in force across every member state, and the ripple effects are going to reach far beyond one manufacturer. Owners like Matt Armstrong, Mark McCann, and Alex have spent years fighting a system that kept them dependent on Bugatti for almost everything. Ordering parts became a battle. Accessing technical information became a battle. Even buying genuine components became a challenge, no matter how much money was on the table. But today, the legal landscape has changed. And if you've followed Matt Armstrong's Bugatti journey from the beginning, you'll understand exactly why this moment matters, and why so many owners have been waiting for it. So let's break down how we actually got here, and what changes from today onward. Bugatti builds extraordinary cars. Its engineering is world-class, arguably some of the best in the industry. But for many owners, actually repairing one has been a very different experience. Need a part? Go through the dealer. Need technical information? Go through the dealer. Need specialist diagnostic software? Once again, go through the dealer. And if the dealer couldn't or wouldn't help, your options were extremely limited, even if you were the legal owner of the vehicle sitting in your own garage. Most people never realized how restrictive that system could be until creators like Matt Armstrong documented it for millions of viewers. Instead of quietly accepting every obstacle, he showed every delay, every expensive quotation, and every frustrating roadblock in real time, unfiltered. His rebuild became more than entertainment. It became a real-world case study in the challenges independent owners face when a manufacturer controls every point of access to their own car. One of the biggest frustrations came when Matt simply tried to buy genuine Bugatti parts. Instead of selling them directly, Bugatti reportedly required the car itself to be brought to one of its facilities before certain parts could even be ordered. That raised an obvious question. Why should someone who legally owns the car have to transport it hundreds of miles just to purchase a replacement part? Then came another surprise. During the rebuild, Matt discovered that some Bugatti components share part numbers with vehicles elsewhere in the Volkswagen Group. The airbags became one of the biggest talking points. The issue was never that Bugatti used shared components. Plenty of manufacturers do that. The surprise was how difficult those parts had been made to obtain. It suggested that exclusivity wasn't always about engineering. Sometimes it was simply about controlling access. There was also the fuel pump control module. Matt spent thousands of pounds replacing it, only to discover later that it hadn't actually been the source of the fault. It became yet another example of how expensive repairs can spiral when owners don't have enough technical information to diagnose problems properly in the first place. While Matt exposed one side of the issue, Mark McCann experienced another. His Bugatti Veyron developed a gearbox fault, and when he approached Bugatti, the recommendation was effectively to replace the entire gearbox at enormous cost. Instead of accepting that, Mark went looking for independent specialists across Europe. Those engineers believed the gearbox could be repaired rather than replaced entirely. As they investigated, one thing became clear. The biggest obstacle wasn't the engineering itself. It was access to information, to equipment, and to support. Then came one of the most talked about moments of the entire saga. After months of investigation, one of the underlying faults turned out to involve a fuse costing only a few pounds. That didn't mean every Bugatti repair is simple, far from it, but it proved just how much unnecessary cost can pile up when proper diagnosis isn't possible. Alex's story followed a similar pattern. Different owner, different circumstances, but the same obstacles: limited access, long delays, and restricted information. And when multiple owners describe the exact same problems independently, people naturally start asking whether the system itself needs to change. That question eventually reached lawmakers across Europe. Supporters of the right to repair argued that if you own a vehicle, you should have the freedom to choose who repairs it, access to genuine parts, and the technical information needed to maintain it safely. After years of debate, the European Union agreed. So what actually changes under the new rules? Manufacturers are now expected to make repairs more accessible. Independent repairers are entitled to better access to spare parts and technical documentation where the law requires it. The goal isn't to eliminate authorized dealer networks, it's to give owners genuine choice in how and where their vehicles get serviced. For Bugatti, Ferrari, Porsche, Lamborghini, McLaren, and every other premium manufacturer selling cars in Europe, this marks a significant shift. The conversation is no longer just about luxury. It's about ownership. Looking back, it's remarkable how much these Bugatti projects shifted public opinion. When Matt Armstrong bought his damaged Bugatti, plenty of people assumed only Bugatti itself could repair it. But episode after episode, independent specialists proved otherwise. His project grew into something bigger than YouTube content. It showed millions of viewers what modern vehicle ownership can actually look like behind the scenes. Mark McCann reached the same conclusion through a completely different path. Instead of accepting an expensive factory replacement, he trusted experienced independent engineers to track down the real fault, and they did. Alex's experience reinforced the same message all over again. Different stories, same underlying challenges. That's exactly why these projects became so significant. They weren't just rebuilding Bugattis. They were starting a much bigger conversation about who truly owns a car once you've bought it. Of course, one law won't change everything overnight. Manufacturers still have legitimate concerns around safety, reliability, and the complexity of modern engineering. But owners have a strong argument too. They deserve reasonable access to parts, repair information, and independent servicing options. Finding the right balance between those two positions will shape the future of the automotive industry for years to come. Even manufacturers led by figures like Mate Rimac now operate in a landscape where customer expectations are shifting. Today, people judge a manufacturer not only by the cars it builds, but by how easy or how difficult those cars are to actually own and maintain. One thing is certain. Without Matt Armstrong, Mark McCann, and owners like Alex sharing their experiences publicly, far fewer people would understand why the right to repair matters in the first place. Their stories pulled back the curtain on a side of automotive ownership most people never get to see. And now, that conversation has reached the lawmakers who can actually do something about it. Whether you drive a Bugatti, a Ferrari, a Porsche, or an ordinary family car, the outcome of this movement could affect every vehicle owner for years to come. So what do you think? Will the right to repair genuinely transform the automotive industry? Or will manufacturers find new ways to protect their service networks anyway? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.